Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today you are going to learn one important topic of software development, and that is caching. You're also going to learn a few important concepts related to caching, including cache hit, cache miss, cache aside, which is one of the important strategies, the way we cache. Before going further into the details, I would like to tell you one real incident from my life. So, I work as a software engineer in one of the companies, and mine is a customer facing application. And during one bad day, our application performance degraded so badly that we got a lot of customer calls. In fact, it was one festival event, and we unfortunately got a massive number of requests to our services, and our service was not able to handle that well. And in fact, the service performance degraded quite badly. So, in this session, we are going to learn about one of the important ways by which the system or the application performance can be improved. So, why we should consider caching the data? Caching helps in improving the latency of the system or the service, and also helps you to increase the system performance, because in general, if you reduce the latency, then of course the performance of the system goes up. Another important benefit of caching is it helps you to reduce the load on the database. It also helps to reduce the load on upstream API, because if your application or the service is dependent upon another API, then you can cache the data instead of making a call to the upstream API. And in fact, hence it avoids the network round trips. So guys, now you know why exactly we are going for caching. So what exactly is a cache? So a cache can be formally defined as a hardware or a software component that stores the data temporarily so that all future requests for that specific data can be served faster, and hence it kind of improves the system performance. So in this picture, for example, assume that this is your service or an application and it receives a request for a data. So after receiving data, it needs to respond back with the data. Instead of making a call to the network to call an upstream API or making a call to the database to fetch the data, it can read the data which is cached in this cache, meaning the data is already written into this cache. It just simply needs to read the data and respond back. And now you know why the application is suddenly become faster or able to respond smoothly and swiftly. So if caching is done properly, it can definitely improve the system performance, and in a significant way. And it definitely will save a lot of cost there. There are several strategies actually, and the way you choose a strategy depends upon a lot of multiple factors. For example, if the system is write heavy or if the system is read heavy. Then of course there are other criteria, like if the data needs to be write once into the system or it needs to be read multiple times from the system, and things like that. So here are a few caching strategy which we will learn in the series. So stay tuned. Before we go any further about discussing the caching strategy, let us first discuss some of the basic concepts about caching, like cache hit and cache miss. So what exactly this cache hit is? Let us go through this illustration. Suppose your service or your application receives a client request and you are supposed to respond back with the data. How you go about it? You will request the data from the cache and probably check if the data is there. If the data is found, then you will return the data and you can then respond back the data to the client. And when you actually found the data, that is what we call a cache hit. Now let's see what exactly is a cache miss. So again, your service gets the request to fetch data, and in order to get the data and respond back, you query the cache. the data request from the application server hits the cache server in order to read the data. But this time, the cache server does not have the data. So the data is not available. And when this happens, we say that a cache miss has occurred. So what happens then? When the cache server does not respond back with any data, the application or the service will rather try to read the data from the database and will respond back to the client. So you got now what exactly is a cache hit or a cache miss really means. So if the data is present in the cache server and you are able to read the data, that is when we say a cache hit has happened. And if the data is not at all available, then we say a cache miss has occurred. And now guys, let's get back to discussing about the caching strategy. Let's talk about cache aside, which is a caching strategy. Why you want to opt for cache aside strategy and when do you actually use it? So you use the cache aside strategy when you want your cache to be resilient to cache failure. So what it essentially means is when your cache server goes down, your application should not fail. And also, you apply the caching strategy cache aside during the read heavy scenarios when there are a lot of requests hitting the database and they are all querying the database from your service. You actually use the cache aside strategy. So here are a few examples of the product that I used in the cache aside strategy. Redis and Memcached both are heavily used with the cache aside strategy, and in fact cache aside strategy is the most commonly used strategy in the software product development. Now we look at how exactly the caching strategy works with the help of a few illustrations. So in cache aside strategy, the application cache and the database both live side by side. The application talks to the cache and the database directly. So let's see what actually happens there. Let's say your application receives a request to fetch some data. So it requests the data from the cache server, and then if the cache server has the data, there's absolutely no problem. It can respond back with the data. Let's say your service or application receives a request and application makes a call to the cache to find the data, but the cache does not have the data. So you can recall from the previous slide, this is the case when you say a cache miss has happened. So what should the application do? The application should query the database, and yes, that is the next step. The application now tries to read the data from database, and yes, once it finds the data, it actually writes back the data into the cache, and then it of course responds to the client. This is what happens now. After the cache miss, the service or the application makes a call and checks the data to be present in the database. It reads the database and then writes the data into the cache, and then it responds back to the calling client. As you see, the request and response cycle are complete. You see that the service first looking through the data in the cache. If the data is found, a cache hit has happened. No issues there. But let's say the data is not found, then a cache miss has happened, and in that circumstance the service has gone and find the data in the database. Once it gets the data from the database, it actually updates the cache and responds back to the client with the proper response. So guys, this is what you call a cache aside strategies. So this is the widely adopted caching strategy because of the simplicity in nature. In software industry, it is the most adopted one, and in fact there are a lot of caching solutions around this strategy. So thanks guys for listening to this video, and in the next session we will see some more caching strategy like read through, write through, and write back. And if you like the video, do subscribe guys the channel and give it a like and share the content with your friends and of course your near and dear ones. Thank you.